guys, so I'm here today to film a Shop My Stash style video. I was actually inspired by Samantha Ravndal just posted a Shop My Stash for fall video where she kind of went through and picked out stuff that she was going to use for fall, and I thought that was an interesting video and I wanted to do that, but I also wanted to use this opportunity to like try out the products as well. So I'll be inserting clips throughout of me trying the products I'm talking about. Obviously not all of them because there's more than one product for different parts of the face, but I thought it would be fun to do that. So before I get into this video, you should subscribe to my channel. I upload every Tuesday and Thursday. And yeah, I am really excited for fall. As you can see, today I was like, let's do fall, but like make it pumpkin. So I went full Halloween, orange and black. It just felt right to me. I have a hair on my chin. Whose hair it is? I don't know. So yeah, this is where I am with my life. Do you see a cat on this chair? Do you see this cat? Probably not, she might be too low. There's a cat there. So first, with the coming of the fall months, it is cold in Canada. Again, I mean, it's not cold yet, but it's getting cold. So I've actually switched over to some of my deeper moisturizers for fall. So actually the first thing I did was I started incorporating a hydrating serum into my morning routine. I found that when I was waking up in the mornings, my skin felt super soft and like my texture was gone, but then as the day progressed, it felt like my texture came back, and I thought that maybe one of the reasons that was because of a hydrating serum. So this is the Laneige Water Bank Serum. I actually got this like as a trial size in a kit like a year or so ago and never finished it up, and I just thought I might as well use it. It's a giant trial size, as you can see, and I've only used about this much up because it's one of the ones that pushes it up, so I still have over half left. So I'm using this every morning after I micellar water my face and before I put moisturizer on, and I've been liking it. And then for my winter moisturizer in the morning is the Embryolisse Lait Cream Concentrate. I started incorporating this back into my routine about a week ago, and I really like it. This feels like, usually what happens is I'll buy one of these and I won't finish it up when the season's over, so I'll put it away, bring out my summertime moisturizer, and then bring this out again the next year. It feels a little watery for some reason this year. So actually what I did was I mixed it with the Bliss Ex-Glow-Sion Super Rich Moisturizer for dewy radiant skin. Now this says it's a super moisturizing moisturizer, but I really don't think it is. But what it is a super glowy moisturizer. So it's just like a moisturizer with a nice kind of glow to it, as you can see. So I actually mixed these two together this morning, and because I don't like using this one by itself, I think with the winter time when I want my skin to look a little bit more dewy in the cold months, it's gonna be perfect. I'm gonna start mixing these together. I did it today actually before my foundation, and I really liked the way it looked. So my best friend got me the Bliss one from Target. We don't have it in Canada, but it's at Target if you're looking for it in the States, and my friend is obsessed with Bliss as a brand. So yeah, I'm excited to kind of use this more because for me, it's not moisturizing enough in the morning time to put under foundation, but mixed together, these were great. And then in the vein of keeping my skin moisturized and hydrated and looking glowy in the summer, I have really neglected my Becca Backlight priming filter. This is the second or third one of these I've purchased. But over the last year or so, I haven't really been playing around with it. I really fell into my Milk Hydro Grip Primer, which I don't think it's hydrating at all. I think it's just not drying like most pore filling kind of grippy primers are a little bit more mattifying, where this isn't mattifying, but I don't really find it hydrating. Maybe if you had normal to oily skin, it would be, but I've been using that and like some spray primers, but I kind of forgot about this and I used it today, and I do absolutely love the glow this gives your skin. I find a lot of glowy primers aren't glowy enough for me, whereas this one is divine. You know, I just realized that I do my eyes first, and so I think I'm gonna actually talk about foundation or talk about eyes before I get into the foundation, because when I'm applying the foundation, you'll see my eye look. So for eyes, it's probably my biggest category just because I have so much eyeshadow that I don't reach for. The first thing I have here is the Huda Beauty Mauve Obsessions palette. First of all, I love these little quads they have with 9 eyeshadows in them. They're super cute, super affordable. I think it's like $30 for this tiny palette, which is Canadian, so it's probably cheaper in the States. I just stuck my finger in a shade. And I just love these deep kind of berry purpley mauve-y colors, and the shimmers in here are to die for. So I just like sometimes forget I own this palette if I'm being completely honest with you. And the shades in here are just absolutely divine. I obviously didn't use this today because for me personally, fall is very much a time when I literally just wear berry colors at all times. And so I didn't really want to do my typical kind of fall berry look. For me, an orange look is definitely something I don't do as much. So I didn't use that today, but I'm excited to kind of pull that out back into my collection. The next palette is the Dose of Colors Desi and Katy collection. I loved this when I bought this last year, and I think I put it in my yearly favorites. And I haven't touched it a lot since. Actually, last week I used it because I was looking for the perfect shimmery kind of cranberry lid color, and just like, I'm at a point in my life where like the glitterier the better, but I don't want to use glitter. So I used this shade here, which is I think called Try Me, and I died. The shimmers in this palette are to die for. This color, Dirty Money, is also amazing. So is this bluey purple and this black. Like, this palette is amazing and I love it. I do kind of wish there were more mattes in here, but also part of me wants a palette of like just these shimmer colors, and I'll find my own mattes to go with them. So I pulled this out to use again because this dirty green and this cranberry color and even these darker colors in the, it like really fucks with my lighting because it's so bright. They really make everything look absolutely beautiful. Ow, my cat's eating my toe. That's what that was. Make everything look absolutely beautiful. What am I even saying? The colors are beautiful and I absolutely love them and I need more of them. So yeah, I'm excited to pull this out and play with it again. I played with it last week and I really want to use it more because I did a look last year, 3 looks 1 palette with this, and I loved all the looks I came up with. I will link that down below or up here somewhere, and it's just like, this palette is amazing and I just never reach for it and I don't know why. The last palette and the palette I used today was the Morphe X Kathleen Lights palette. I forgot this existed, and when it comes to Morphe, it's very hit or miss with me, but I pulled this out and I was like, you know, it has like these berry tones in it. It has like this pukey brown, this warm brown, these taupe colors. Like, I would like to play with this again and see how I feel about it, because I remember really truly loving this palette when it came out. My cat is assaulting me in my feet. So yeah, I pulled this out again, and then the last powder eyeshadow I have here is, this is the Nars eyeshadow in the color Persia. Can we take a moment of silence for this burnt terracotta? Like, it is truly a beautiful color, and I think that I bought this at a warehouse sale and maybe never used it. So yeah, this is what it looks like here. And then I also pulled out 2 Colourpop Supershock shadows. The first one is Telepathy. I love this, and it's really a color that I don't normally think I would like because it's kind of like a goldy green, but it definitely has more green in it. And I think like with a dark shade in the crease, I wore this with like a black in the crease and it looked so beautiful. And the other color is Three's a Cloud. I think this is from one of their collections, I don't know, but it's like this like it's kind of like a copper color, but it almost looks like a pumpkin-y orange to me. And I just think it's absolutely beautiful. And I'm very like, I'm the kind of person that really kind of leans on my, I love the Colourpop Supershock shadows, but I just kind of wear like the neutral shades I really like and I don't branch out a lot. So I wanted to kind of pull out some of those more fall tones and just give it. Also, I think because I work from home now and I don't wear eyeshadow every single day or makeup every single day, I feel like when I do put makeup on, I like to like giver. So in today's look, I used the Morphe Kathleen Lights palette. I took the light kind of brown color in the top row here in the crease. And then I took NARS Persia, and I actually did a halo eye today, so I put this also in the crease. And then just to deepen it a little bit, I put the dark kind of warm toned brown from the Kathleen Lights palette just in the outer crease and a little bit in the inner crease. And I just loved the way these blended together. The Persia color, I mean, truly, NARS eyeshadows are obviously going to blend a little bit better than the Morphe eyeshadows. I'm kind of like, not sure how I'm kind of like over Morphe as a brand, but I have so much Morphe stuff that like I'm not just going to toss it. I want to use it up. And I did really like this palette, and I do like Kathleen Lights. So I do think this look turned out really pretty. And then once all those colors were blended together, I took Three's a Cloud and I put that on the center of my lid for a halo eye, and I really like the way it turned out. It's just like really orangey and pumpkin-y. I'm the kind of person that hates like a warm toned brown, but like if you're gonna go that route, I just want to go orange. Like I don't want a warm toned brown. I want like a burnt terracotta, like the Nars Persia shadow. So I'm excited to play around with all of these shadows in the coming months, and I kind of have pulled them all out so that I can play with them. Because sometimes I'm always like, I need a deep kind of burgundy color, but I don't have a lot in my collection other than like Makeup Geek Bitten. And so I think the Huda Beauty palette will be lovely for that. Lovely. So after my eyes, I went into foundation. I used the primer, and then the 3 foundations I have here. The first one is the MAC Pro Longwear Nourishing Waterproof Foundation. I used to be obsessed with this foundation. I haven't used it in a couple years, so I pulled this out because I want to try it again. It's just a really nice foundation. I really don't know how to tell you what it is. I don't remember much about it. I'm in the shade NW20, which is a little bit dark for me, but NW15 is too light for me. Story of my life. So I remember really liking this foundation and thinking it was like a nice natural wear, long wear foundation. So I have used up an entire one of these, and this is the second tube I have, and it sounds kind of empty. So I'm trying to play around with that. And then the foundation combo I used today was the CoverGirl Vitalist Elixir Foundation and the Milani Conceal and Perfect 2-in-1 foundation. The CoverGirl foundation is too dark for me, and the Milani foundation is too light for me. So I did foundation reviews on both of these foundations, and I really liked the way they looked separately, but again, the shades weren't right. And so instead of buying, like, the CoverGirl one doesn't come in a lighter shade to work for my skin tone, so I could use a white mixer. But the Milani one does come in a darker shade, but I don't want to have to buy another one because Milani's kind of pricey in Canada. So what I decided to kind of mix these two together today, and I actually really liked the way it turned out. It might be a little bit too, I might have put a little bit too much on because I didn't mix a full pump of each foundation together, but I think it looks like healthy and like not glowy, but like a natural skin-like finish. It might be a little bit glowy because of the primer, but it just kind of looks like a nice natural foundation with beautiful coverage. And I actually really like this, so I will probably keep playing around with these 2 foundations together throughout the winter months because I definitely think it's gorgeous. For concealer, I have the Catrice Liquid Camouflage Concealer. This is the high coverage concealer in the shade 005 Light Natural. This is way too yellow toned for me. You could be able to see in the application video that it's very yellow toned. It's almost, I don't know if it's too light. I think it's just too yellow for me. Once I blend it out, it's not so bad. It's definitely not as full coverage as something like Shape Tape. When I put it on, I actually put on 2 layers under my eyes because it just didn't feel like enough coverage. Although then I did set it with my Fenty Beauty powder. I baked it just kind of lightly, and I do really like the way it looks right now under the eyes, although I do see a little bit of blue hollows under one eye. So, and when it came to concealing my blemishes and stuff, it's not the greatest, mostly because, again, it's not the right color for me, and I find that when I'm concealing, like under my eyes, concealer can kind of go either way. I can make it work, but for blemishes, it needs to kind of match my skin tone a little bit better, and this one did not. But under my eyes, I kind of like it. So again, this is something else I'll be playing around with this fall, this season. I don't really know. For eyebrows, I actually found 2 brow pencils in my collection. The first one is the Benefit Goof Proof. I put this away because I had silver hair a year and a bit ago, and so, what's happening? I had silver hair a year and a bit ago, and so I needed a cooler toned brow pencil. This is in the shade 4, and it's a little bit too warm toned for me, but I really did like the way this worked. I think this is my second one of these, so I did pull this out to try it out again because I remember it being super easy to use because of the shape of the applicator. And now that my hair is more kind of like a golden blonde, I can get away with a warmer toned eyebrow pencil. And then I also pulled out this Colourpop Brow Boss, which is what I used today. This is in the shade Dark Brown. And I literally pulled this out and said, do I own this? I had no idea I owned this. I will say the shade Dark Brown feels, I don't know, it feels a little bit light toned. Like this is the number 4 from Benefit. This is dark brown from Colourpop. Not only is it a little bit light tone, but it's also a little bit cool toned for me. So I did use it today, but I didn't totally love it. So I'll play around with it a little bit more. I didn't mind actually filling in with a pencil. Usually I'm like a dip brow or a brow gel kind of girl, but I like the way these kind of turned out. So I'm excited to play around with the Benefit one and this one. I just feel like, I mean, I have it, I might as well use it. For mascara, I actually pulled 2 mascaras out of my collection that I hadn't used yet. The first is the Marc Jacobs, there is literally, oh, it's the Velvet Primer Epic Lash Primer. This is just a eyelash primer. I am a mascara primer kind of girl. I always use a mascara primer, and I've heard good things about this one, and the one, like, it's like a nude colored, which is weird because usually mascara primers are like a white color. Also, this packaging is chunky as fuck. Let me show you it next to like this is the, I guess this is the Dior primer and this is this one. I guess it's like next to each other it looks fine, but if you look at it like this way, I guess it's just like the shape of this because it's like an octagon or something. But I heard good things about this from Kathleen Lights. I used to stay for the first time and I did really like the way my brow or my lashes feel kind of fluffy. And I also like that it's more of a nude color. Like, can I ask why brands don't just put this out in black? Because it's annoying when you put on a white primer and then you're trying to like cover it with your mascara and like keep covering it, and then you can get clumpy because you took forever covering it. So the nude's a little bit easier to cover, but I would love a black one. I think like L'Oreal has a black one, but like obviously it's not as good. And then I picked up the NYX On The Rise Volume Lift Mascara. I got this because I think both Raw Beauty Kristi and Atlee did sponsorships for this, and they looked really nice. Their eyelashes looked really nice in the sponsored videos, so I wanted to try it out. I did like this. It's definitely more of a lift. It says it's a volume lift mascara, so it's like a lifting and volumizing, but I definitely find it more lifting than volumizing. I'll have to play around with it. Right now I'm not sure. I liked it on like this eye but not this eye, so I'll have to see what I think about it. For right now it's just kind of okay. I might like it more if I mix it with like a volumizing mascara, like I layer it, then I might like it more, but right now I don't know. I didn't have any bronzers or powders to pull out for fall because I really only use one powder, and I only started wearing bronzers like in September, so I own 2. But for blush, I have the Urban Decay blush in Video. This is shattered slightly, so I do need to repress her. This poor baby has been repressed twice already. I just can't stop dropping it. It's just a really pretty, I want to call it a warm toned brown, but it definitely has a lot more pink to it than like Nars Madly or Benefit Dallas does. I just really like this, and I keep forgetting I own this. It's one of my favorite blushes, so I pulled this out and I need to repress it so that I can wear it again, but I really liked the way it turned out today. It looked a little intense when I first put it on, but then I kind of blended it out and I'm feeling it. And then the last product for highlighter, I pulled out the Nicole Guerrero Anastasia palette. This has been through hell with me. This was one of my favorite products ever, and I have both dropped and destroyed this palette many times. This color just kind of fell out one time, and it's one of the shades like that I don't use very often, so I just went, well, I guess I don't own that anymore. As you can see, I've repressed this one and this one and this one. Today I wore the color Kitty Cat and Forever Young together, and then I also put a little bit of Daydream on top just because I wore the orange tones. I didn't want to just do like a pink toned highlight, but I used to love this palette and I literally forgot it existed, and I put it on today without putting my Flexitarian base under it, which I always use, and like this highlight is poppin'. And then my camera did cut out when I was finishing up my look. I just put on my regular roller liner eyeliner, and I highlighted my brow bone with the matte shade from the Kathleen Lights palette, and then I highlighted my inner corner with the like kind of like the dupe for MAC Nylon in the Kathleen Lights palette. So yeah, that is the look. And then I thought about wearing a nude lip, and then I said, now we going straight Halloween, and I put on Fenty's Uninvited. I will say I've had this for about a year now, whenever Uninvited came out, and it definitely has kind of like a rank smell to it, so I'm not sure if this is expired or not, but I still put it on my lips. So that is kind of my fall shop my stash video. I hope you guys enjoyed this. Let me know what your favorite products are to pull out for fall, or if there's anything in your collection that you kind of forgot existed that you recently rediscovered in the fall time. I'm feeling this look and I'm excited to play with all the fall colors. Fall is my favorite season for everything, for food, for clothes, for makeup, for the whole kit and caboodle. Did I say clothes? Yeah, I said clothes. Shoes, boots, everything. Like, I just want to wear scarves and hoodies with boots and leather jackets my whole entire life. So yeah, I am stoked for fall. I hope you guys enjoyed this video and I'll talk to you next time. Bye!